nominees for Best Supporting Actress are Michaela Deeley, Young Frankenstein, Katie Wright, Pippin, Lily Christensen, Frozen Jr., Ava Pack, Godspell, Kendall Morgan, Fame Jr., Ava Pack, Young Frankenstein. The nominees for Best Ensemble Dance are the cast of Young Frankenstein, Transylvania Mania, cast of Young Frankenstein, Join the Family Business, cast of Pippin, With You, cast of Fame Jr., Fame, Beehive Ensemble, The Beehive Dance, the cast of Godspell Jr., We Beseech Thee.
Best Dramatic Performance: Charlie Hall and Justine Watté, Fame Jr. Bennett Smith and Jake Ashton, Godspell. Katie Wright, Pippin. Noah Delgado, Bailey Gorman, Bonnie Wanstreet, Young Frankenstein. Lucy Walker, Beehive. Bonnie Wanstreet, Beehive. Best Comedic Performance: Lily Nelson, Godspell. Miranda Bellows, Pippin. Jake Ashton, Beehive. Charlie Hall, Fame Jr. Bailey Gorman, Young Frankenstein. Lila Christensen, Frozen Jr.
The nominees for Best Female Dance Solo are Eliana Anglada, Beehive, All Women, Young Frankenstein, Ava Pack, Young Frankenstein, Kalei Kotekson, Pippin, Devora Kuhn, Godspell, Lindsay French, Fame Jr.
Best Overall Production: Beehive, Pippin, Fame Jr., Young Frankenstein, Godspell, Frozen Jr.
These are the nominees for Best Lead Actor: Noah Delgado, Frederick Frankenstein in Young Frankenstein, Noah Delgado, leading player in Pippin, Jake Ashton, Pippin in Pippin, Charlie Hall, Nick Piazza, Fame Jr., Carter Neff as Kristoff in Frozen Jr., and Bennett Smith as Jesus in Godspell. Nominees for Best Featured Actor: Liam Delgado, Lewis in Pippin, Kai Allman, Weaselton in Frozen Jr., Tristan Fushi, the Bishop in Frozen Jr., and Drayton Lance, Tyrone Jackson, Fame Jr.
The nominees for Best Characterization are Kendall Morgan, Fame Jr., Maddie Sue Miller, Godspell, Chase Ziner, Young Frankenstein, Michaela Deeley, Young Frankenstein, Carter Neff, Pippin, Noah Delgado, Pippin.
Nominees for Standout Moments: we have Lily Nelson and Bennett Smith, Jesus Farewell in Godspell, Noah Delgado and Bonnie Wanstreet and Bailey Gorman in Young Frankenstein, Ava Pack and Chase Ziner as Elizabeth and Monster in Young Frankenstein, full cast in Make Your Own Kind of Music in Beehive, Kendall Morgan and Kelly Gardner's Teacher's Argument in Fame Jr., and then the full cast battle choreo in Pippin.
Nominees for Best Supporting Actor are Noah Delgado, Godspell, Carter Neff, Godspell, Carter Giannetti, Frozen, Jake Ashton, Beehive, Chase Ziner, Young Frankenstein, and Carter Neff, Pippin. Nominees for Best Physicality are Chase Ziner, Young Frankenstein, Jake Ashton, Young Frankenstein, Aaron Clark, Fame Jr., Eliana Anglada, Frozen Jr., Noah Delgado, Beehive, and Carter Neff, Godspell.
The nominees for Best Ensemble Actress are Megan Merlo, Young Frankenstein, Amber Dench, Frozen Jr., DJ Kuhn, Beehive, Lizzie Walker, Pippin, Katie Mullen, Frozen Jr., Jalen Howell, Fame Jr.
The nominees for Best Male Vocal Solo are Charlie Hall, I Want to Make Magic, Fame Jr., Jake Ashton, Then He Kissed Me, Beehive, Noah Delgado, All Good Gifts, Godspell, Carter Giannetti, Love is an Open Door, Frozen Jr., Jake Ashton, Corner of the Sky, Pippin, and Noah Delgado, Man About Town, Young Frankenstein.
For Best Audience Reactions, the nominees are Noah Delgado, Jake Ashton, Carter Neff, and Aaron Clark in Beehive, Bailey Gorman in Young Frankenstein, Noah Delgado, Katie Wright, and Bennett Smith in Pippin, Emily Mabb in Fame Jr., Carter Neff in Godspell, and Miranda Bellows in Pippin. For Best Female Vocal Solo, the nominees are Lily Nelson, Frozen Jr., Calais Kotexon, Pippin, Ileana Inglanda, Fame Jr., Bonnie Weinstreet, Young Frankenstein, Kendall Morgan in Beehive, and Lily Nelson in Godspell. Best Ensemble Vocals, all cast for Young Frankenstein, all cast for Beehive, all cast for Frozen Jr., all cast for Godspell Jr., all cast for Pippin, and all cast for Fame Jr. The nominees for Best Lead Actress are Bonnie Weinstreet, Young Frankenstein, Calais Kotexon, Pippin, Justine Wate, Fame Jr., Taylor Peel, Frozen Jr., Lily Nelson, Beehive, Eliana Anglada, Fame Jr.
The nominees for Best Ensemble Actor are Connor Olden, Pippin, Berkeley Walker, Frozen Jr., Zach Lundquist, Young Frankenstein, Jake Ashton, Young Frankenstein, Carter Neff, Beehive. The nominees for Best Mastery of a Dialect are Aaron Clark, Fame Jr., Bonnie Weinstreet, Young Frankenstein, Jake Ashton, Pippin, Noah Delgado, Pippin, Ava Pack, Young Frankenstein. And the nominees for Best Dance Male Solo are Jake Ashton, Godspell, Noah Delgado, Beehive, Drayton Lance, Fame Jr., Noah Delgado, Young Frankenstein, Connor Olden, Pippin. Men's Ensemble for Young Frankenstein.
The nominees for Best Featured Actress are Lindsay French, Fame Jr., Bonnie Weinstreet, Pippin, Miranda Bellows, Pippin.